whilst it's unusual to have a one-to-one laptop program in Year 4, we chose to have that start then because it sits seamlessly with our BYOD program.
We used inquiry-based learning in our classroom because it's a one-to-one laptop classroom. We have the luxury of children having that access to the greater world rather than just our chalk and talk type lessons. And we found that by creating problems, the children were more engaged in their learning and learned a lot more than what they could ever learn by me standing at the front of the classroom and talking to them about content.
We came across Turnitin program through the past school technician, and he said, you know, have you seen this? We had a go at it and we thought, yep, it's suitable for upper school, but then as we started to play with it more, we realised that it was going to be useful for the middle primary school level as well.
The Turnitin program, the thing that we like the most is it's very, very user-friendly. The help desk and things have made it so easy for us to transition it, and we teach 9-year-olds, so if they can master it, then anyone can master it. And as teachers, and we're all time poor, we're now finding the more au fait we're getting with the functionality on Turnitin, the quicker we're getting with marking, with providing feedback, with setting up assessment tasks and things like that.
When Belinda and I first discovered Turnitin, we discussed it, and then once we saw the benefits of it, we asked the principal if we could just trial it, see how it would work.
Turnitin, from my understanding initially, before we started to use the program, I knew it was being used in secondary and tertiary settings. So when Belle and Dave came to me and asked about using Turnitin, one of the misconceptions that we had to work through was, how is a Year 4 class or Year 4 classes going to use this program effectively? Some of the things that we've seen come out of using Turnitin is that our students go through a prototyping process. It's not just drafting, it's not as simple as that. It's a prototyping process where they're getting feedback that's immediate, and they can respond to that feedback very, very quickly, as opposed to having a lag time in waiting, as well as being able to give each other feedback. So we have students that if you were to test them, this is earlier this year, they may not have come out with the best results, say whether grammar and punctuation could have been the focus of particular generic structure that they're working in, yet they were able to give feedback to their peers that they weren't necessarily seeing in their own work at that point in time. So there's been multiple benefits that again have enriched and strengthened the learning cycle for our kids, which is what we're always about here. We didn't anticipate that children this young would get the benefits from the program that we've been seeing throughout the year.
Turnitin, the fact that it allows you to submit in so many different formats, I think is a really big plus for us in this classroom, because in a primary school environment we're trying to expose them, I guess, to as much ICT type knowledge as we can so that they hit the ground running in secondary school. So the fact that Turnitin allows them to submit in multiple formats, it doesn't all have to be Word or PDF or something like that, that they can submit in different formats, which means that they can submit their work in a way that's meaningful to them, not in a way that is meaningful to me.
My favourite part is seeing the feedback that the teachers give you.
It's great that when we get an assignment and we say to them, this is the information we want to see, and we get Excel documents, or we get PowerPoints, or we get a PDF or a Word, or the children have found a way to put it together to show their knowledge without us putting the boundaries on what it should look like or how it should be, and Turnitin allows that freedom.
No, we love Turnitin simply because there's so many functions that help us in our teaching.
One of the things we really love about Turnitin is the iPad app. As a mum as well, not just a teacher, I find myself often at sporting fields or cheerleading competitions and you know, with time to spare, and rather than having a bag of books like you see most teachers do, I sit there with my iPad and I'm marking children's work, I'm providing feedback, and seeing that my children are then able to log in and see it as well in real time, which they do on the weekends or once they're home from school. So the fact that I'm giving them that feedback regularly, easily, quickly.
I like the text comment to see what you need to improve on and how good you are in the audio.
The fact that it synchronises, so as soon as I'm back into a Wi-Fi zone, it'll actually pick up the marks and things and put them back out onto the server for me. So just that convenience of being able to do it anywhere while I'm having a coffee, anything like that. It's really good.